Hi everyone and welcome back! Today, I'm sharing my initial impressions of Space Marine 2. If you're looking for a detailed breakdown of the game and what to expect, check out my Space Marine 2 in under 3 minutes video. In short, this is a third-person shooter with plenty of intense melee combat, blending ranged gunplay with brutal close-quarters action. The game, in general, is reminiscent of Gears of War. Now on to my first impressions. I'm having a blast with this game. It's really good. I do have one major criticism that I'll cover at the end, but let's start with the positives. First off, the game looks absolutely stunning. While it's definitely CPU-bound, which I hope gets optimized in future updates, it still runs well, especially considering how visually impressive it is. The attention to detail on the Space Marines and the massive hordes of enemies is nothing short of amazing. Next is the combat. At first glance, it might seem like a mindless button-mashing shooter, but that's far from the truth. There's a great flow to the combat that keeps things engaging. The melee combat, in particular, feels deep and impactful, with satisfying weapon variety and a tactical edge that requires you to balance positioning and timing. It really reminds me of the early Gears of War games, which, by the way, are still worth playing. Another highlight for me is the pacing of the story. It may sound odd, but think about how many action games are padded with unnecessary tasks, like firing a rocket only to find out there's no power, and then finding out the rocket is stuck. It just never stops. Space Marine 2 doesn't fall into that trap. The pacing is spot on, keeping you in the action and the story without any unnecessary delays, and it feels great. Before I go into my main criticism of the game, I added Space Marine 2 to my curator page. Would love it if you give it a follow. It contains tons of other must-play games. Now, on to my one criticism, the AI. I've been playing the campaign solo, and while the AI is fine during basic combat, it really struggles when you need them to perform specific tasks. For example, there's a moment where you need to kill enemies with a flamethrower, while also dealing with a unit that buffs others. It's tough to manage both, and the AI just doesn't handle these situations well. This issue might not be noticeable on normal difficulty, but I'm playing on veteran, and it can get frustrating. However, this isn't enough to take away from the overall fun I'm having with the game. In summary, the combination of beautiful graphics, satisfying combat flow, and a well-paced campaign makes Space Marine 2 incredibly fun to play. How are you finding Space Marine 2 so far? Let me know in the comments. That's it for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.